All right, y'all, welcome back. Today I want to talk about something that was pretty helpful for me, and that's just like blind testing yourself when you're trying to identify something you're hearing. And there's an amazing plugin that helps with that. It's called this uh, Hofa for you plus blind test. It's free, so that's awesome. But what's great is you can put it on 3 instances of something and it'll randomize them, and then you choose which one you like or put it in descriptions. And what I think is helpful is you can utilize this plugin to like really identify differences in compression, right? There's a bazillion different kinds of compressors and a bazillion different ways to use them. And in this case, I wanted to just set up an example of like how I would just like try to learn the difference between like an 1176 and an LA2A sound. And what I did is I duplicated my my mic channel here, and I got rid of all the compression except for on this channel's an 1176, this one's an LA2A, and this one is completely dry. So I can reference what like an uncompressed signal is sounding like and what is happening when I compress on these two. Now, this is the song that we've been working on. It's called So Good by Zeal Church. It's a live recording. Check it out. Here's what it sounded like.
Walking on water as I'm singing now, with your hand upon me, I'm not going down. So bring on the thunder, bring on the waves. My eyes are fixed on the one who saves.
Great song. Jordan McCullough singing. It's really great. So what I will do is I load up this blind test plugin. I've already done it on my all the tracks I need, and I'll just bring it over here and cover this up so I can't tell which one is which. And then I'll press start, and I'm just going to listen through them.
Walking on water as I'm singing now, with your hand upon me, I'm not going down. Walking on water as I'm singing now, with your hand upon me, I'm not going down. So bring on the thunder. Walking on water as I'm singing now, with your hand upon me, I'm not going down. So bring on the thunder, bring on the waves. My eyes are fixed on walking on water as I'm singing now, with your hand upon me, I'm not going down. So bring on the thunder, bring on the waves. My eyes are fixed on the one who saves.
So then I'll kind of write which ones I think it is, and then I'll go show tracks. And see where I land. If you want, we can talk through some of these here. The 1176, let me show you my settings too, that'll help. On this channel I got an 1176. I've got a super fast release, pretty quick attack, and probably hitting around 5. Let's see.
Walking on water as I'm singing now, with your hand upon me.
So, medium amount of compression. What I'm hearing on this is, honestly, like it's pretty mid forward. I kind of feel like it's got a little bit of distortion happening in a nice way. And I feel like all of the words are like pretty up close. Like it's kind of snappy, and like I just feel like the back half of phrases are a little more forward. And then on this LA2A, is pretty easy here. We just got, a gain reduction knob. This is probably, again, I'm probably shooting for the same amount of reduction.
Walking on water as I'm singing now, with your hand upon me.
It's pretty hard to match how they react because obviously they're different compressors, but on this one, it just sounds a little smoother to me, just a little rounded, and it seems like the compression is riding a little bit more. So It's just it feels like a slower release time where I can just, like, the decay just feels different. Whereas like a fast release is like feeling snappy, so that's bringing those back end of the words up, and this one just kind of feels like it's rounding everything out. Take a listen to that.
Walking on water as I'm singing now, with your hand upon me.
Versus this one.
Walking on water as I'm singing now, with your hand upon me. I'm not going down.
Almost feels a little more exciting. This one feels a little more like held in place in a way that I like.
Walking on water as I'm singing now, with your hand upon me. I'm not going down. So bring on the thunder.
It's exciting because it still feels like it's moving a little bit on this 1176. This LA2A, though, is just like smoothing it out. It's really nice. And then, of course, you know, in my previous videos, we talked about, you know, combining these two. And that's essentially what's happening on this channel. I'm using a Distressor, but it's, you know, a fast attack, a fast release, just like that 1176. So I'm kind of accomplishing the same thing. And then this way, it's like I kind of get the excitement and distortion from an 1176 that I like, and the movement, and then I'm using the LA2A to just like smooth it all out and kind of like clamp down a little bit more and hold my vocal where I want it. And also that this 1176 is set to not compress as much, so it's only hitting like the big moments where it's like pushing, and then my LA2A can be a little bit smoother. I can do less compression. And yeah, and when you do this, if that's like something that's like really hard to hear, break it, like turn this compression all the way up till it's like at 20, and the same thing on the other one. So like you're super exaggerating the differences to really start to hear how the compressor is moving, and that'll really help you. And then you can just start, you know, backing it off and everything else like that, because it's rare. If I'm going for 20 dB of compression, it's certainly an effect or something, you know, but you know, typically 3 to 5 is like safe. You know, I'm going to be safe, probably more like 1 to 3, you know, but it's not like you're over compressing with, you know, minus 5 dB on this thing, depending on who you talk to. But that's what I do. Let's try breaking it. I'll try to gain match this and with them like super hot.
I'm walking on water as I'm singing now, with your hand upon me. I'm not going down. So bring on the thunder, bring on the waves. My eyes are fixed on the one who saved. I'm walking on water as I'm singing now, with your hand upon me. I'm not going down. So bring on the thunder, bring on the waves. My eyes are fixed on the one who saved.
Yeah, honestly, this LA2A gets more exciting in those upper registers of compression there, and I think it's probably due to the variable ratio. You know, getting way more up into limiting here on this, but yeah, it's a great way to study what's happening and where the sweet spot is on compressors, and really testing your ear on where, you know, what you like and what you're hearing. And let's try it out on some drums here. So I'm going to mute all these and get rid of this, and unmute this.
I'm walking on water as I'm singing now.
So on this, I loaded up just 2. Again, I'm trying to do like different compressors because I just want to try to learn the difference on like use case scenarios, you know. So this is a Fairchild, it's a tube compressor, and then this is a 33609. This would be like a VCA compressor, and yeah, I'm gonna see if I can tell the difference between these two, and we will go from there. Here we go. I'm going to cover this up so I don't know. And let me retitle this one so we know what it is. This is 33. This is fair. Cool. Easy enough. And we're off to the races. Here we go.
I'm walking on water. I'm singing now.
I think both of them are muted. Yeah, I need to unmute this. Okay, now I need a show track. Here we go.
I'm walking on water as I'm singing now. With your hand upon me, I'm not going down. So bring on the thunder, bring on the waves. My eyes are fixed on the one who saves. You've been faithful, and I'm so grateful. How good you are, how good you've been, how good you're gonna be. You stay the same, you've never changed.
Yeah, now I want to double check my gain matching here.
I'm walking on water as I'm singing now.
Let's see this one.
I'm walking on water as
Sorry.
I'm walking on water as I'm singing now with your hand.
So let's bring this one down. I don't want it to seem like I'm cheating here.
I'm walking on water as I'm singing now.
10.9 on that first snare hit.
I'm walking on water as I'm singing now.
All right, cool. Close as we're gonna get. Let's try it again. See if I can get her.
I'm walking on water as I'm singing now. With your hand upon me, I'm not going down. So bring on the thunder, bring on the waves. My eyes are fixed on the one who saves.
Yeah, so this one I feel like is great to hear the difference between this, the Fairchild. It's got slower attack, so I'm hearing a lot more of the transient come through and a lot more squish afterwards, like splat afterwards. And this 33609 I feel like is like a faster attack, as in it's like my transients are not as punchy. And so let's see how much compression I'm getting on both.
I'm walking on water as I'm singing now. With your hand upon me, I'm not going down. So bring on the thunder.
So I'm getting a little more compression on this one, but
I'm walking on water as I'm singing.
it's like really hard to match compressors because these VU meters, you know, on a VCA compressor versus a tube compressor, these react much slower. So they like to say that, you know, what the meter is registering is you're probably getting a little more compression than that, but it doesn't matter. I feel like it's pretty clear to hear the difference between these things.
I'm walking on water as I'm singing now. With your hand upon me, I'm not going down.
See how it feels like my snare is much more here? Like, I feel like snare hits real nice with that. Like, I would choose this Fairchild. I'm pretty sure this is the Fairchild. Just keep listening.
I'm walking on water as I'm singing now. With your hand upon me, I'm not going down. So bring on the thunder, bring on the waves.
And this one just like kind of sounds clickier. Like I'm getting a lot clicky, good click from the kick drum, but like, yeah, it just feels like my drums are moving away from me.
I'm walking on water as I'm singing now. With your hand upon me, I'm not going down. So bring on the thunder, bring on the waves. My eyes are fixed on the one who saves.
Yeah, so that Fairchild, you know, it's also a great way if you're like trying to debate between like what plugin to use or how to treat your drums, you know, or sometimes this is a really great way to do it because sometimes I feel like I love a tool and then I compare it and I just have this bias because I want to be using the tool, or I just bought this plugin and I got to use this plugin, and this like really helps me get rid of my bias and figure out what's working and not working. The other thing you can do is keep one dry that's unprocessed and another one processed, and then blind test yourself and rate them. Like put, like I like this Fairchild, so I, put 5 stars next to it, and just see if A, you're choosing the same thing every single time, and B, it might surprise you which one you like better, because a lot of times, I do all this processing, and then I, can blind test myself, and I'll pick the one that has no processing on it. It's just like I'm just overdoing it for the sake of doing it, and this like really helps you be honest with yourself, because there's no cheating this. As long as you're setting up a proper test where you're gain matched as much as you can, yeah, so. Yeah, I just want to share that. It's a great way to learn your tools and to really train your ears, and if you want an impossible test, do it with EQs and filters. That is like so next level hard, and especially because, EQs don't have as much character differences as like compression. Like I feel like compression is like, you can start to hear the differences pretty clearly, but EQ is like pretty nuanced. But you want to drive yourself crazy, go ahead and try it. But yeah, if you got any questions, let me know. Thanks for stopping in.